Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We want to welcome you to our 2018 Senior Banquet. My name is Gary Stewart. I'm with the Admissions Office and a member of the class of 1972. In just a moment, the class of 2018 will soon pass through the Arch of Sabers for the last time. And as they're introduced, our former president of the Missouri Military Academy Alumni Association, Todd Helm, from the class of 1980, will present each senior with a gift and induct each cadet into the MMA Alumni Association, and then Colonel Rick Grabowski, MMA's Commandant of Cadets, will present each cadet officer with his commission. We do ask you that you remain in your seat during the presentation or this portion of the evening so that all families will have an opportunity to have a picture of their son and cadet. We do have a photographer in place to take photos that will be shared with all of you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2018.
Alexander Ebersol, Lindenwood University. Alberto Elizondo Carranza. Austin Community College. Zolbu Gankuyag, University of Washington, Bothell. Luis Garzon Guerra, Facultad Libre de Derecho de Monterrey. Alberto Garza Garcia, undecided. Trace Maguiza, Lincoln University. Chingun Nyamku, University of Melbourne. Shane O'Connor, Coastal Carolina University. Maolin Chin, University of Washington, Bothell. Christian Hollingsworth, Norwich University. Hyunjae Kim, SUNY Korea. Alfredo Chavez Longoria, New Mexico State University. Jared Damastis, Texas State University. Emiliano Gonzalez, University of Texas, El Paso. Oliver Lomas, undecided. Copeland Grauman, Texas Wesleyan University. Akil Carpentier, Savannah College of Art and Design. Pedro de Rocha Pereira Alves, Garden City Community College. Stiles Fountain, U.S. Merchant Marine Academy. Itgelt Gankuyag, Pennsylvania State University. Matthew Gaudet, University of Missouri, Kansas City. Alexander Gilbert, Washington State University. Eric Juarez, University of East London. Eric Puente, Tecnológico de Monterrey. Garrison Yuri, University of Oklahoma. Rongyang Yi, University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. Paul Murphy, McPherson College. Charles Norman, University of Central Missouri. Tristan Vera Barunda, Los Angeles Film School. Donald Williams, Cumberland University. Nolan Kilpatrick, U.S. Army. Vernon Leach, Jr., Missouri Welding Institute. Cesar Pereira Paleo, Universidad Europea de Madrid. Alexander Seibert, Columbia College. Jolai Sai, Arizona State University. Fabian Campos McGregor, Universidad de Monterrey. Jorge Garcia Chaveria, Tecnológico de Monterrey. Malachi Grice, SUNY Maritime College. Joseph Guth, Missouri State University. Tukan Hundawi, The Citadel. Luis Marino Cantu, Facultad Libre de Derecho de Monterrey. Irvin Rodriguez, Missouri Western State University. Arturo Salazar, University of Texas of San Antonio. Garrett Stafford, Liberty University. Gabriel Vallejo, Boston University. Edward Cha, Pennsylvania State University. Francisco Fletes Durantes, Facultad Libre de Derecho de Monterrey. Joseph Mulvey, Virginia Military Institute. Tamir Niamdava, University of Minnesota. Juan Cepeda Bremer, Tecnológico de Monterrey. Mitchell Dewing, Missouri Science and Technology. Victor Armando Leon Aguilar, Universidad de las Américas, Puebla. Gabriel Perez, Case Western Reserve University. Yinsao Wang, University of Washington. Jiawan Zhou, Pennsylvania State University. Zihan Zhu, Stony Brook University. Carlos Liriano, The Citadel. And Victor Arturo Leon Aguilar, Universidad de las Américas, Puebla.
Before we move on to the program, Ryan Nowlin, MMA's athletic director, and Jed Stugart, head coach of the Lindenwood Lions football team, have some very important news to share. Please, would you give them a warm welcome?
Thank you. This year we started a new tradition in the athletic department in which student athletes who are pursuing their athletic career at the collegiate level, we have a ceremony in which they sign their letter of intent. That's a letter of intent to play college football, basketball, golf, soccer, whatever sport they choose to play, we honor that because it's a huge commitment and it takes a tremendous amount of drive to do that on their part. So at this time, I'd like to ask Cadet Alex Ebersol to please come to the podium as he signs his letter of intent to play football for Lindenwood University.
You got to sign two of them so I can take it back and put it in the file. Come on in. By the way, here's your hat. You got to put your hat on.
Yes, sir.
It's official. There he is.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is your copy right here. I take that back from my file. We got two right here. Let me hug your mom.
Sir, thank you.
Thank you very much.
At this time, I would like to introduce the president of the class of 2018, Cadet Francisco Fletes, who will now present the toast. Start right here and then turn the page.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 35th Senior Banquet honoring the class of 2018. We will begin this evening with a few toasts. I direct your attention to your programs. The proper responses to the toasts are listed in the back. Please raise your glasses as the class of 2018 Vice President Charlie Norman proposes a toast. To MMA! Class Representative Fabian Campos will now propose a toast. Missouri Military Academy President, Mr. Tony McGeorge, will now propose a toast. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. The invocation will be given by our class treasurer, Cadet Donald Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, please bow your heads. I'm very thankful for the people around me, for the people around us, supporting the MMA family, for all the people that have supported all of us through the difficult times and rising us up during the good times. It's been a long time, a long journey for most of us. And though it's not over yet, it's just the beginning. We'd like to thank everybody. Amen.
Thank you, Cadet Williams. And now, ladies and gentlemen, whenever you're ready, you're welcome to help yourselves to any of the dinner buffet lines. Please enjoy your dinner. Ladies and gentlemen, if I can have your attention, please, we will now begin showing the senior video. At this point, I am honored to ask a special group of individuals to rise for a round of applause. The Missouri Military Academy faculty and staff, many of whom had joined us here this evening, are more than teachers and workers. They are mentors, they are friends, and they are family. Would all the members of the MMA faculty and staff please rise? And now please welcome my brother, Cadet Charlie Norman, who came to MMA as a sixth grade student. Cadet Norman will present the 2018 Class Chronicle.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Cadet Norman. As you heard Francisco Fletes say, I came here in sixth grade, and now, all of a sudden, I'm a senior. This is the Class Chronicle. I'm kind of nervous, but it's okay. We've all had those moments. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Cadet Norman. I am the Class Vice President. I'll be giving the 2018 Senior Chronicle. I'd like to start off a little bit with speaking about my time as a cadet. I started in sixth grade with little to no information about the academy. I will be awoken with the facts very soon, though. I found out about MMA through a billboard on the side of the highway, and within a couple of weeks, I would be touring the campus, and by the next day, I would be a cadet. And that is how simple it was. It was a little nerve-wracking, but I knew that I could handle it. I'll never forget the day my grandfather, Kevin Colburn, was the last one out of my room. He told me to never quit and to never give up, and I listened. During my seventh grade year, Cadets Elizondo, Zoo W joined the family. I was way ahead of any new boy middle schooler and could have my shoes and brass shined all the time, no matter what. I knew how to make my bed to the MMA standard. I knew military bearing and courtesy. I even learned how to be one of the best middle school students out there. I did everything by the Academy handbook and never looked for trouble. I just didn't have room for any error. By the end of the year, I'd won the Piper Barracks Award, the Soldier's Bar, the Maroon Bar, and about 10 ribbons for my uniform. I finished the year as a private second class. Moving along to my eighth grade year. These following cadets joined the Brotherhood: Fletes, Williams, Hendawi, Murphy, Juarez, Liriano, and Yee. I was already finished with my sixth and seventh grade years, and I could not believe that I had made it through middle school and was about to start eighth grade. I did not have a clue if I would even make it to high school. I played football with Mexico Middle School while at MMA. We only lost one game in 2 seasons. Felt pretty good to win because we worked very hard every day. Now, Donna Williams came to MMA during 8th grade, and this would begin a friendship that I could never forget about. Major Galarza brought him to my room straight off the van and told me to show him what to do, and I did. I coached him basically, and we had a pretty good laugh after exchanging our stories. We had a lot of stress on our backs during 8th grade year because we wanted to be prepared for 9th grade year at MMA. And none of us were even sure if we would come back or not. Donald and I were together all the time, and we did practically everything together. If anything bad had happened within the barracks or even school, we always took care of one another. It was a bond that would last for the rest of our lives. You can't honestly tell me you don't have someone you can't trust with anything and everything. I know you guys all have somebody like that. Donald was one of these guys for me, and I was the same for him. A special shout out goes to Cadet Fletes. He would be one of the most outstanding students I had ever met at MMA. He would become something so serious you must not get in his path. He was on the road to success and would do almost anything to make his family proud. Fletes is not like any ordinary cadet. He has gone above and beyond. From placing an FBLA to become the Battalion S5, he has shown everyone that any background can achieve. Without any hesitation, I knew, and so did Donna Williams and Francisco Fletes, that it would be a competition between all three of us during high school. I speak about these two people because they mean a lot to me. I wouldn't have been in the same spot I am today without meeting these two at school each year. Fletes and I would eventually rise up and be the president and vice president each year of high school, freshman through senior year. Fletes being the president and myself being the vice president. It has truly been a thrilling experience that none of us could have ever forgot. During ninth grade, these cadets began their adventure. Cepeda, Ty, Pereira, Seibert, Stafford, Vallejo, and JoJo. It isn't the easiest to be thrown into that crowd and expect to be perfect. As a middle schooler, you are a minnow, and a high schooler, you're the shark. You can run, but believe me, you can't hide. Come on, boys. You remember your first day as a little freshman. No matter your physical size, the older boys still have that seniority over you. And yes, that even includes me. Maybe you were a little scared or nervous. I know I was. But with the experience I had gained from middle school, I knew everything would work out. Thanks to my mentors and the faculty and staff at MMA, we all appreciate you. During 10th grade, these cadets joined the battalion. Cha, Dewing, Fountain, Schaff, Gonzalez, Grice, the Leon brothers, Marino, Mulvey, Tamir, Perez, Puente, and Wang. These students will be guaranteed a spot of success through hard work and determination. I'm sure as they sit here tonight and think about the time they spend here in MMA, they are beginning to appreciate staying at the academy. During 11th grade, these cadets came along. Campos, Carpentier, Dorosha, Damastis, Ebersol, Garcia, Gade, Copeland, Guth, Kilpatrick, Leach, Rodriguez, Tutal Salazar, Velasco, Yuri, and Zuzi. This could be one of the toughest years to join because you have a lot to get ready for, and these cadets did just that. During this year, as a 12th grade cadet, they joined out of nowhere. Chavez, Chin, Gankuag I, Gankuag Z, Garza, Garzone, Hollingsworth brothers, Kim, Lomas, Muguiza, O'Connor, and last but not least, Tristan Vera. Now, these cadets may have only been around for a year, but they still have a place as an MMA brother between all of us. An important man once told me to always dedicate my life to something that I love and to never allow anybody else to influence you in your decisions. He was there for me when I was younger and a little when I started to grow up. For some of you, you may or may not know, but this would be my father. My father has the same name as me, the same attitude as me, and the same character. Sadly, my father passed away 3 years ago on the 22nd of May. Sorry. Only one day before graduation. It hurts, it sucks, but one thing I can say is that people will constantly walk in and out of your lives, but the memories stay forever. I may have lost my dad, but I'll never forget the memories of us going fishing and shooting guns. Why do I bring up the sweet bitterness of loss? Some of you may wonder. This is because I want to send a clear message to everyone in this room tonight. Time is of the essence for eternity. You can wake up one day and never wake up the next. It is the normal meaning of life and death. We all pass one day, but while we are here, we need to do the best of our capabilities. After graduation, nobody can tell you what to do. Only you can decide where you end up in life. Make the absolute best of it and never give up. In all honesty, I came back to MMA because I really wanted to. I wasn't forced to come back. I may have made a few mistakes while at MMA, but I overcame every obstacle that was thrown my way, literally. On a side note, when people tell you to go green or go home, don't do it, boys. Anyways, seniors, take a look at the person to your left and your right. Imagine where you would be right now without their support. Through the ups and the downs, we all struggled. I know I did. Either you failed that government test in Major McClary's class, or you stayed up too late before the ACT. We have all been through a struggle. In this room, we have one story. This story is that each and every one of us, each and every one of you has taken the path less traveled. That path was an attempt to better the physical and mental capabilities of your person. Now, remember that we all come from different countries, but we all have the same heart. Use this to provide for those in the near future and to dedicate helping those in need later in life, seniors. During my senior year at MMA, I've learned a lot about the people around me. I've learned a lot about the men and women that work for this academy. You may be sitting there wondering what I've learned so far. I'll tell you that without the RFOs, Colonel Grabowski in the Commandant's office, the academic office, college placement, cadet life, JRTC, even President McGeorge and his wonderful wife Joy, or even the early morning PT, none of this would be possible. The list that I just spoke about is the backbone of this academy. Without the Commandant telling you to get out of bed, or the visits to speak with General Geraci, boys, you know who you are, then we wouldn't be creating such a strong band of brothers. Seniors of the class of 2018, before you leave tomorrow and begin the next step in life, thank those around you for helping you along this very long path. Now, as I begin to wind down this speech, I'd like to say thank you to my family and even your families for making it here tonight. I'd like to give my blessings to my wonderful girlfriend, Mackenzie, for supporting me through all of this, my grandmother, who funded my entire way through the academy, which wasn't that easy for her, my mom, who worked constant hours as a blackjack dealer at the casino. Mom, you know I still love you. I hope for the best in the future generations that attend this academy. Faculty and staff, thank you for the last time. Good luck to the class of 2018. I'll see you tomorrow as we walk across that stage. I'm out.
Thank you, Charlie, for taking us down memory lane one more time. I am truly honored to introduce our guest speaker this evening, Mr. Todd Helm, MMA class of 1980. Mr. Helm was the 2017 president of the MMA Alumni Association. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Todd Helm.
Thank you. Good evening. As he said, my name is Todd Helm. I'm a graduate in 1980 of our academy, and I had the honor of serving as the president of your Alumni Association last year. I would like to, on behalf of your Alumni Board of Directors and your MMA brothers worldwide, give you our most sincere congratulations for a job well done this weekend. I want to take a brief opportunity, and if you would all join me in a round of applause to the parents, family, friends that got you here. My parents that got me here several years ago, but without them, we wouldn't have the opportunity to be graduates of our academy. If you could please join me. Thank you. This weekend encompasses a lot of activity. I know commencement weekend, when I look back, and Jason and I were talking, it was just a blur. I mean, one minute you're at the speech contest, senior review, and then you're home going, okay, wow, that just happened. I'd like to ask, though, somewhere this weekend, although it's kind of wrapping quicker, do me a favor and take just like 5 minutes and go back and reflect on the very first day that you walked on campus. You know, whether you were freshman, 6th grade, junior, whatever the case may be. And then think of where you are right now. And it'll give you pause because you'll be able to see what all you have learned, how you have become more self-disciplined, and the positive changes that you have experienced that now makes you, you, and quite frankly, us, as the Brothers of Missouri Military Academy. We are an exclusive brotherhood as a result of the extraordinary education, which is academic and personal. And one thing, I was talking to a gentleman back there, and one thing I always do remember is because we also have a large international base of cadets, it's amazing what you learn about different cultures, different countries. It's something you can't take away. It makes us more well-rounded. And this is important. And, you know, it's funny, I never really had thought about it at the time, but when you think about it, the education that we received is just absolutely remarkable. And speaking of education, though, the education is not the diploma that we all have received, you will receive. It isn't that end goal, it's the process to get there. And we're very fortunate to have the resources of our academy, and we're an exclusive group, and that's very important. One it's interesting because I was kind of looking through, Google, God bless Google, and I was kind of doing it at a stoplight, so that's kind of a whole other thing. But anyway, commencement addresses, speeches, whatever. But I noticed there was always this common thread. And a lot of them always said, oh, as you close this chapter and move to the next. I don't buy that, quite frankly, because we all have a book of our life. And in our book are different chapters. And one of the chapters is our time at Missouri Military Academy and how fortunate we are to be here, been here, and it's just part of the chapter. But another, I think, that's very important is as you leave the academy and go out into the real world, so to speak, be true to yourself. Just, right, wrong, you know what you want, you're compassionate, but always be true to yourself. And what is important, though, is as I talk about the chapters in the book, we're all writing our own life story, but don't give somebody else the pen to write your story. Okay? So I just want to say with that, I'm very proud of all of you. I think it's wonderful. You've made it. It's a big weekend. And I want to wish you very much success in your future endeavors. And I hope that in the fall you'll come back home to our academy, your academy, for homecoming and be back with your brotherhood. Thank you very much. Enjoy your weekend and congratulations again. Okay, and I have other duties here, so let's see where I'm at. Right now, it is my pleasure to present two special awards. The first one is the 2018 Alumni Plaque, which goes to the senior who's been selected by his classmates as the cadet most likely to succeed. This year's recipient is Cadet Victor Armando Leon. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing. Congratulations. The next award, and I think I mentioned this last year, this is where I feel a little old right at this moment, is from a gentleman I went to school with, Rich Cooper, class of '82. And Rich was here, I think, 3rd grade or 4th grade, back, when they started very young. But the Richard Cooper class of 1982 plaque goes to the senior with the longest unbroken tenure as a cadet. This year, the award is presented to Cadet Charles Norman, who has been a cadet for nearly 7 years here at our academy. At this time, if you would please help me welcome President Tony McGeorge, who will now present several prestigious awards to outstanding members of the class of 2018. And I want to apologize in advance if I mispronounce a name. That's kind of my disclaimer. All right. The Colonel Jerome G. Harris Cup for the most soldierly qualities is awarded to Cadet Gabriel Vallejo. I'm sorry. The next award is the American Veterans Medal for Military Excellence and is awarded to Cadet Juan Cepeda. Our next award is the William S. Lowe Trophy for the senior showing the greatest all-around development over his tenure as a cadet here at our academy. This year, it is awarded to Cadet Carlos Lorano. Congratulations. The next award is the Colonel Vian McConnell Korean Trophy for a cadet officer who performs his duty with diligence. And this year, it is awarded to Cadet Thukan Hindawi. I apologize. The class of 1984 plaque for the Unheralded Leader Award is given to a senior cadet who is not an officer, but is respected by his classmates and is considered an instrumental part of pulling the class together. This year, the award goes to Cadet Tristan Vera. The next award is the Dr. Gregory Doc McDonald Memorial Award, and it's given to the cadet who truly demonstrates the MMA honor code and values which reflect honor, integrity, and character. The recipient of this award goes to Cadet Jorge Garcia. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Todd. Let's give Todd another round of applause for his time this evening for coming. Appreciate it. We will now shift gears to a very special presentation from our president, Mr. Tony McGeorge.
You know, just before we get into that presentation, I want to take just 2 seconds to recognize two young men that I think to really embody what we talk about trying to build in young men here, which is to never quit. Two young men that have been challenged by adversity, and both of these young men have not only come back from that adversity, but really risen to the top of their game. If Cadets Vallejo and Cadet Norman, if you would please rise. I want to congratulate you both, and on behalf of the leadership of this school, we salute you, both of you, because you both represent everything we stand for. You are men who have faced adversity, have come back, and have been even stronger than you were before that happened. God bless you, and we really are proud of you. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have a very special moment that I want to take this opportunity, and I think it talks to the brotherhood. I talk to the boys sometimes, people hear me, I talk about love. You know, it's one of the few military schools, love, honor, and truth. I've never seen a military school that had love in the beginning of its motto, and I think that's one of the things that's really strong and wonderful about this school. And this school has faced adversity and tragedy at different times. As some of you know, after its founding, it burned down. All the cadets and the money left and went to Culver. That was not meant to happen. And the town believed in this school so much that it came back and it refounded it a second time. And there is truly a brotherhood, and it lives, and it is so strong. And I had an opportunity to meet with some representatives of the Corps. It was Mr. Fletes and Mr. Leone, who approached me about one of your brothers. And if I could have the Almeida family, if you would please come up and join me up here just for a moment. We would like to make a special dedication to your family, or if a representative of the Leone family would come up. And we have a moment here. I think we're going to put up a picture. And what I wanted to tell you about was this. The young men came and they asked us to dedicate the field house in honor of young Mr. Alain M. Garcia Almada. Would you please come up, Mr. Almada? Please. The whole family, if you're here, come up. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to meet the Almeida family, a special part of our family, and his wonderful brother, and son, and mama. We love you so much. It is our great honor, at the request of the Corps of Cadets, through the battalion commander, Mr. Leone, to take and to dedicate the field house in memory of your son, Alain, who unfortunately and tragically, his life was cut short in 2004. But this family stood behind this school. They sent their brother to this school. What a great honor for us that he would come here. And they have never wavered in their support of Missouri Military Academy. And we are so grateful for what you have done and the sacrifice of your family. And we are taking and we're having a special brass plaque made. We've put up a plaque there now, and in recognition of your brother. And we are now, from this point forward, dedicating the field house in the name of Alan M. Gracia Almada, Class of '06 Field House, in memory of your brother, and he will live forever, as you will, here with your brothers at MMA. God bless you and thank you.
At this time, I'd like to introduce a special guest who traveled from Kings Point, New York to recognize a very special cadet. Please welcome Lieutenant Commander Keith Watson of the Merchant Marine Academy.
Oh, no, I'm okay. Good evening, everyone. First of all, let me give thanks to God, give thanks to the faculty and staff of Missouri Military Academy for inviting me out. It's a great honor to be here today. It's a great honor to have an opportunity to fly out and present an appointment to someone in person. Don't get to do that as often as you may think we do. And be able to come back here to the Midwest, which I'm from the Midwest, Chicago, get an opportunity to come back here and then extend this appointment in person is a great pleasure. This is only the beginning of a long relationship. Before I give this appointment out, I would also like to acknowledge your guidance counselor, Dr. Shivers, because I travel throughout the country meeting guidance counselors and college counselors, but I have never met anyone that works so hard and hold me accountable to ensure that her student is treated fair and given what they deserve. So I would like for you all to give Dr. Shivers a round of applause. I'm gonna read the certificate first. The United States Merchant Marine Academy, located at Kings Point, New York, on the North Shore of Long Island, is one of 5 federal academies. The Academy's mission is to educate and graduate leaders of exemplary character who are inspired to serve the national security, marine transportation, and economic needs of the United States as licensed merchant marine officers and commissioned officers in the armed forces. Nominated by Senator Roy D. Blunt, Stiles Marquis Fountain is one of approximately 280 appointees selected to attend the Academy from around the nation and the world out of over 1,900 applications. Completion of the intensive 4-year regimental and academic curriculum, which includes 3 trimesters at sea on U.S. flag merchant vessels and U.S. Navy ships, as well as an internship, leads to a Bachelor of Science degree in the United States Merchant Marine Officer license as a deck officer or engineer officer and an ensign commission in the U.S. Navy Reserve. An appointment to the Academy is the equivalent of a scholarship worth $262,000 over a 4-year period. This remarkable achievement reflects great credit on Stiles and demonstrates that he is already living up to the Academy's motto, acta non verba, which means deeds, not words. I take great pleasure and consider it a high honor on behalf of Rear Admiral James Ellis, the Academy Superintendent, to recognize the appointment of Stiles McKee Fountain to the United States Merchant Marine Academy, Class 2022. Mr. Fountain.
Thank you, Commander Watson. We also have some fantastic young men and their families from Mongolia who would like to present a special gift to Missouri Military Academy. Will Cadets Itgeld Gankuyag, Chingun Nayamku, Tamir Nayamdava, and Kalagun Enkbayar, along with Mr. McGeorge, please make their way to the podium.
Our families truly appreciate what MMA offered to us, and we wanted to give something back to our Academy President, Mr. McGeorge.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. Wow. No, I'll come up here. On behalf of the school and the Board of Trustees, we thank you for this magnificent gift and your friendship from our friends in Mongolia. We have the pleasure of having a wonderful relationship with your country, and I've had the great honor to visit you and to be so warmly welcomed, and we treasure our relationship with Mongolia. We thank you so very much. And on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Missouri Military Academy, thank you and God bless you. We appreciate it so much.
And now I'd like to invite Cadet Francisco Fletes and Cadet Donald Williams back to the podium. If you would, everyone please rise and join in as Cadet Fletes leads us this evening in the singing of Old MMA, which will be followed by the benediction given by Cadet Williams.
No school shall dim thy fame, no sun shall give thee shame, no sun forget thy name, old MMA. Our hearts are bound to thee, in love and loyalty, steadfast thy sun shall be, for MMA. Lord God, we ask for your almighty hand to be upon all those who graduate tomorrow. Bless their lives, and from this day on, with goodness and love. Help them to stay true to their dreams, to use their gifts wisely, and to walk into the future with faith, hope, and great love. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the 2018 Senior Banquet. I sincerely hope that you enjoy this evening and are looking forward to graduation tomorrow. The next scheduled commencement event will be Senior Review tomorrow morning on Colonel's Field at 9 a.m. Thank you again, and good night.